Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you feeling?
A little bit overwhelmed,
Are you?
honestly. Yeah, I'm rarely at a loss for words, and I find myself in a position where I'm just overwhelmed.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gave a beautiful speech. It was really nice.
Thanks, mate. I was really trying hard not to forget people, you know. But yeah, it just means so much, you know. I grew up listening and watching this award show, and to be here is kind of
Well,
a
of
little
course,
crazy, you know.
Of course, there've been some Novocastrians in the past who've done pretty well at the ARIAs, silver chair, etc. But
Yeah.
Slightly different kind of music to what you do. How did you get into country?
Yeah, man, I grew up on country music. I feel like until you're about 11 or 12, you don't really have an option but to listen to your parents' record collection. And for me, that was Lee Kernaghan and Garth Brooks and Glenn Campbell and people like that.
Yeah, and you got pretty heavily involved in the Australian country music scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How did you get to Nashville and to the States?
Well, the first time I went over, I went over because I'd won this competition called the Road to Tamworth, and the prize was go to Nashville to record your first song, you know. And I remember getting there and just being blown away by the town, and just as a sort of an outsider, just experiencing music. But the more I went back to write songs and make music, I discovered the songwriting community there, and I just knew that was something I had to be a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've done very well in the States. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. What are the Australians like? Besides, I guess there's Keith over there.
Yeah.
Do you have contact with him, Keith Urban?
Yeah, I mean, I see him. I saw him at the CMA Awards the other week. I was actually asking him about the ARIAs because he hosted last year. Yeah, I was like, what was it like? He's like, oh, you'll love it, mate. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's a hero of mine and someone I've looked up to for since I started playing. But there's a handful of Aussies over there actually doing really well in the songwriting and production community too. So yeah, there's a lot of Aussie pride floating around.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And the country music scene in Australia, how are you viewing it?
Man, well, I can only view it through the times that I come back, and I've been back 5 times this year, and it's been unbelievable. Like the shows have got bigger, and I feel like the crowds have got crazier, and the way this music has been embraced down here by not even just country media is as I said, has been overwhelming, man. I feel like the more I travel, the more I realize like you just kind of want to be accepted in where you come from, and that's what this feels like.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that.
Thanks, mate.
Before we let you go and get your photograph taken, any questions for Morgan this evening, ladies and gentlemen? Question for Morgan, who's just won his first ARIA award, folks, all the way from Nashville via
he's
Newcastle.
auctioning me off right now.
Any takers? Going once, going twice. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Evans! Congratulations, man. Well done. Enjoy the night.